Then will Chicken Genius buy Tesla stock again? We'll break this down and I'll give you my thoughts as a basically all-in Tesla investor and millionaire serial entrepreneur. Chicken Genius basically believes there's going to be a lot of bad news about Tesla, and what he really believes right now is there's this wedge going on which will provide massive movements for the stock. And what he's saying here is, my earlier days of YouTube, I talk a lot about wedges. Never fail me. At the end of each wedge, there will be huge moves. That's just the nature of price squeeze. So this chart shows Tesla stock, and I believe what he means, the movement will be downwards. Sharp move downwards, big move downwards, because when there's a wedge like this, when there's already a bear market, you assume there's going to be a downward movement, although he doesn't explicitly say that. That's what I believe, 99% chance that's what he actually means to say. And this is the current portfolio of Ken, that's his actual real name. And basically, when you think about this, it's all cash, because this Tesla position is hedged. Then he has some Palantir, then he has some government bonds, then he has Tencent, which is a Chinese company, and then he got 2% cash, but really it is all cash if you really think about it. And I'll give you my thoughts about the short that has here and whether I agree with that or no. We'll get into it. But now let's get into, then will Chicken Genius buy Tesla stock again?
So how do you get a 90% drop? First you drop 80% and you drop 50% later. So yeah, that's how you get a 90% drop for 20. I know that number keeps appearing all the time, but that is the point of time where I will kind of switch.
Bro, there's no way you chose 420 or is this like 420 such a crazy number, bro?
That is a good support. I mean, if you do technical analysis and you calculate their reduced margin and free cash flow, it's about 420. And if you look at that's fundamentals. And if you look at the technical charts, 420 was a squeeze. It stayed at that line for a little while before it shot up. So 420 is quite it's a major support area. Where
so you'll buy more at 420 and at 3200 S&P. Like that's kind of your
about there. So I would convert my synthetic short on Tesla to a synthetic long. Depends on the option premiums. That's where I'll go long again.
420 is the support level based on Chicken Genius, and there is some truth to it. So before you laugh your butt off, hey look, there is some truth to it, and you can definitely make a very good argument that there's strong support right here. However, there's also some support around this level here as well. If you look right here, around 580-ish, 570 dollars, there is some support here as well. Now obviously Ken believes that when there are wedges, there is a big movement, so it would go past 580 all the way down to 420. However, here's a problem with this argument. Chicken Genius right now, Ken, I like to call him Ken, and I really like Ken, by the way, so this is, none of this is a criticism or anything like that. I have deep respect for Ken. This is just me giving my thoughts. This is coming from the most positive place that I can possibly think of. I like Ken. I want him to keep making YouTube videos. His jokes are top tier. They are the best. What I believe is that Ken does not have a really strong conviction about the market going down. Now, if you watch Ken's channel, he says that if the Fed prints $1, the stock market goes up $1. If the Fed takes away $1 from the market, the stock market goes down $1. You could argue about that, whether that's true or not, but if he was 100% convinced or even 99% convinced, he wouldn't just hold hedges. He would be actually shorting Tesla. Now, also Ken is a very nice, and I think you could call him a good guy. So maybe even if he sees a way to make money, if he feels that's going against what he believes in, maybe he wouldn't do a short position, which might as well be true. I would like to ask him that question personally. Is that why you are not shorting Tesla? And if that's not the answer, then I would think his conviction is not strong enough to base your investment on, because he is not shorting Tesla in this case. Because you could make a lot of money here if you short, and if the stock really goes down to 420, that's a pretty nice gain if you short Tesla. Now, I, as basically all-in Tesla investor, by the way, I have private businesses, real estate, but the only stock I own is Tesla. I am not selling any Tesla shares. And I bought Tesla as high as $1,000. The first time I bought Tesla shares, by the way, was in 2019, early 2019. I bought it and it went down 40% right after that. Woo! We know what happened to Tesla stock after that. I believe tomorrow there could be a new full self-driving version that would be quite a bit better. And if they just solve some of the edge cases, if you drive it for long enough and you do a lot of takes in busy rush hour traffic, and if you can have one video, 3 hours, let's say, no interventions, no takeovers, 3 hours in a busy city, what is that going to do to the stock? The world could be collapsing. We could have the next depression. Stock market could go down 80%. But do you have that video out? Do you really think Tesla stock will just do exactly what all the rest of the stock market will do at that point? I don't think so. Now, obviously, the next question is, will Tesla stock actually do that? Will Tesla solve full self-driving so fast? And to that, my answer is, I don't know. Is there a good chance? Is there a good possibility that will happen? I think there's a good chance that will happen. And what will that do to the stock then? We will see another movement like this, like we saw from right here. 2019 right here, we started $65 and it went all the way up to as high as over $1,000. And right now we're basically at 700. I believe once it's clear that Tesla will solve full self-driving, that will be the single biggest increase in market capitalization of any stock that we have ever seen until today. When you think about it, and when you consider how big the market opportunity is, it would be hard to argue against that if it indeed happens. Now, we can definitely argue about, will it happen? That's a valid conversation to have. And when will it happen? That's a whole different thing. When will it happen? I really have no idea. But when you look at AlphaGo, for example, they solved the game Go, and 3 months before they solved it, all the experts were saying it will never happen. AlphaGo will never beat human players, or if it's going to beat human players, it will be years and years and years and years before that actually happened. And I made a video about why Elon Musk's predictions about full self-driving, when it will be solved, were all wrong, and that's why. Experts predict way too conservatively about exponential technologies. And Elon Musk is on the other side where he understands that, and so he calculated his predictions to be overshot. But his guesses, I think, are getting much closer. It's not like the first guess that he had basically is, it's 3 years, and then it changed to 2 years, and now it's 1 year, and it's been 1 year for a few years now. But he's not changing his position where, sorry guys, I was completely wrong. It's going to take 10 years. Like, we are not hearing that. If he heard that, I would be a little bit concerned. Hopefully that does not happen, but if it does happen, that will definitely be concerning. I don't think it will happen though. So, should you pay really close attention to what Ken is saying about shorting or just hedging Tesla position, selling all your Tesla shares? If he had an actual short on Tesla, I would think it through on a much deeper level. But because he does not have an actual short position where he would make money if Tesla goes down, I am not taking that too seriously. I am happy. I bought Tesla shares as high as a little bit over $1,000. I do not want to miss a big movement, another big movement like we saw from right here to right here. Now, it could be that we could have another 5-year period where Tesla stock will do absolutely nothing. Definitely possible. All this time, I will be buying Tesla stock. So I would much rather buy at $1,000, as high as $1,000 per share, because I believe Tesla stock will go up to $10,000 per share by 2030. I would much rather do that and miss out on opportunity to buy Tesla stocks lower with the money that I bought the stock right around here, because what if it doesn't go lower? You see, also psychologically, it's very difficult once you commit to a position. Once you commit that, the stock will go down. And if you predicted that wrong, and you sold your stock and now you have to buy at the higher price than where you sold, that's very psychologically difficult on you. And I just don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. Now, there are certainly people that will make money doing that, and I have deep respect for those that are actually able to do that. I think it's quite risky to do that, so I'm not doing that. I think if you are doing that, maybe you are not that convinced about the Tesla bull case. I think in that case, maybe you don't have a conviction about full self-driving, or you are not foreseeing any big developments from Tesla short term. Because if there is a video, 4-hour-long video, no interventions in a busy city, rush hour traffic, no interventions, what will that do to the stock? Even if the whole market crashes 80% down, tell me, what do you think Tesla stock will do? Like, actually think about it. What will Tesla stock do if we see this video, 4 hours, no interventions in, let's say, New York City rush hour? What do you think will the stock do? Do you think it will just do what the rest of the market does? Even if a market is down like 50%, 80%? Do you really think it will go down? I don't think so. I think people would see Tesla will sell full self-driving, and full self-driving is closer than we all thought it is. And then the stock will shoot up, and that will be the biggest single increase in market capitalization in the stock market history. That's my opinion. Not financial advice, definitely not. But that's just my opinion as a millionaire serial entrepreneur and investor. So thank you for watching this video. If you haven't seen the 1 hour no intervention video, this was not in the city though, it was mostly highway. So it's not as significant, but still, that's amazing. And it was 1 year ago. And now we are up to like 20 minutes, no interventions in such a city like San Francisco. Not rush hour traffic, but city traffic. If you haven't seen those videos, browse the channel. You should definitely watch those. That will give you more conviction about Tesla stock. Also, watch why Tesla bought Optimus Prime is already possible. You should watch that one. That's also a good video. And why I only own Tesla stock. I own other assets, real estate, private businesses, but Tesla stock is the only stock that I own among my stock portfolio that you can buy in a publicly traded stock exchange. My name is Matt Posius. If it's your first time watching this channel, I am a serial millionaire entrepreneur and investor, and I will see you in the next video. And once again, Chicken Genius Singapore, I really like him. I really respect him. This is not to, in any way, shape, or form, to make fun of him or try to discredit him. I respect his position. We are talking about millions of dollars that he has in his portfolio. That is not, you know, it's one thing to trade in a portfolio where you have $10,000 and you're holding it, but it's once you have millions of dollars in your portfolio. It's one thing to see $10,000 to go down from 10,000 to 5,000. It's a whole entire thing to go from, let's say, 5 million down to 2.5 million, which if you are all into Tesla stock and you had 5 million, that's where basically you would sort of be right now. And if you see that loss, it's like, that's a big loss if you're really not convinced about Tesla fully. So I fully respect Ken. I really like his videos. He has the best sense of humor. His videos make me laugh. So if anything, this is a shout out to Ken, and I really like watching his videos. I hope he makes a lot more of them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.